track down the truth about one massacre in Kosovo. The challenge, to find survivors who escaped when Serbs gunned down 112 men and boys.
Almost all of these men are dead, ghosts, brought back to life in this video of a wedding party. Now the war has come to Kosovo. These images are all that is left of the men of Little Krusha.
This is a story of what happened in one tiny village in Kosovo. It started here in Kukish, a few hours after the war began, when 14 men staggered through the snow. They sat down, more exhausted than it is possible to describe, and they wept. They said they were the survivors of a terrible massacre that had taken place in their home village of Krusha e Vogel, or Little Krusha.
Little Krusha lies across the Albanian border, on the other side of the Mountains of the Damned. Just 7 hours and 40 minutes after the first NATO strike, the village was ethnically cleansed. But there are so many claims of massacre. What's needed is hard evidence. We set out to uncover what really happened in just one small place. We set out to find someone who didn't just hear of the killing, but saw it with their own eyes. We set out to name the killers. Albania, Europe's poorest country, has had to cope with an avalanche of humanity. Finding anyone from Little Krusha, just 1,000 souls, in the chaos of 500,000 refugees was not going to be easy.
We're looking for people from Krusha e Vogel. We're looking for people from Krusha e Vogel. E Vogel, yeah. Yeah, from Krusha e Vogel.
We go there because they are telling us they are people.
To help me, I called up an old friend, the writer Agim Neza, who knows his way around.
Use the speaker there.
Cruelty cannot be measured by numbers alone. Everyone here, doctors, peasants, teachers, labourers and poets, has their own story of agony. It's hard to take in all this pain. But if we understood the horror of one war crime, it would help to understand the horror that is Kosovo. No one from Little Krusha here. The refugees are scattered the length and breadth of Albania. There are no records, only rumours of where someone might be. A tip-off from a human rights lawyer sent us to a town called Fear.
Hi. Krusha e Vogel.
The rumour was wrong. No one in Fear from Little Krusha.
He knows this person.
Hi, so where is he?
But we did find some refugees from a neighbouring village. When they were hiding in the forest from the Serbs inside Kosovo, they had met someone from Little Krusha.
What did he tell you precisely?
The man said that first they killed the persons, those 110 persons, and then they burned them, but he was very lucky that he escaped because of all this blood who fell under him, made more difficult for the flames of the fire to be on his body.
Or at least they say 100 men were mown down in a barn. The search for the eyewitness they named as Mehmet began. Where do you find a man with burnt flesh? We tried Tirana Hospital.
No records of anyone from Little Krusha. We talked to every patient from Kosovo. No trace of a Mehmet with burnt skin. The wards were full of the sick, the wounded and the shell-shocked. The collateral damage of Slobodan Milosevic.
Oh.
Naila Danai may yet lose her legs, but the Serb shell missed her 2 children by her side. She counts herself lucky.
She's saying,
And then Naila provided a vital clue. She told us she came from a village next to Little Krusha. In the matchbox was a piece of paper. On it, a telephone number.
Okay.
So we've got an address.
Smashing.
It provided the breakthrough we needed.
All right, how do you spell it? So the telephone number the lady gave us in the hospital worked, and now we're going to Kavaya, which is about an hour's drive from Tirana, track down somebody from Little Krusha.
All over Albania, families are taking in Kosovars, sharing what little they have.
Hello. Hi.
Hameta Batusha was born in Little Krusha, but moved to another village when she married. She too has been forced to flee her home.
Hi. What has she heard? What does she know?
Djem konte njona. Njona tha mi kanë marrë djemt. Po, e më kanë marrë tha me 2 djemt I kanë marrë. Dytin prap me 2 djemt. Tretin I vetëm, prap djalin nipin e kanë marrë. 8 tha mi kanë marrë. Jemi ardhë vetë I gratë dhe njëmë, sot e 1000 dvoqil. 3 mi kanë. A mi kanë mytë, ako mi kanë qu se drita vetëm një, të kjo rastimi më ka metë. E 5 nipa me më kanë metë. 3 vladën e 5 nipa.
While Hameta Batusha was telling her story of loss, news of another massacre broke in the room next door.
Could you tell us what has happened?
5 people have been killed in their family.
Where are they from?
They are from Selina for our vet. Po kush ju tha tani?
Kemi informacion në radio.
They heard on the radio now that they have been killed there.
It's a long way from Kavaya to